people say to move in silence. Not because it's bad to talk about your goals, but it's bad to talk about your goals to the wrong person. Because as we know, when we speak about things that we're aspirational about, the things that we are working towards, when you are speaking to the wrong person, they are going to A, talk behind your back, B, put you down, or C, laugh in your face about the goals that you do have. And what you don't want to attract is bad energy. You don't want to attract that bad negativity, that bad mindset, especially if you're somebody who has a hard time being consistent with your goals. If you're somebody who's bad with committing to your goals and actually seeing it through, then this is only gonna just create a environment that is not healthy for you, and just going to make you feel like you're laughable, like your dreams are laughable, your dreams are not attainable, like as if you don't deserve it because there's not somebody there encouraging you to go after them, encouraging you that you do deserve it. So it just creates a recipe for disaster when you put yourself out there and you're like, hey, I want this to happen for myself, and someone laughs at you. The worst thing to happen. So when they say move in silence, it just means to keep your goals to yourself and keep your successes and your progress, not your successes because you want to be out loud as much as you can when you've achieved something, but when you're moving in silence, it means you're keeping your progress to yourself. It means that you're keeping your come downs, your fall downs, your comebacks, your setbacks, your obstacles, your challenges. You're keeping that all to yourself, and you're only presenting, again, this good side of yourself. You're presenting yourself as like, look what I've achieved after you've already achieved it. Look what I've done after you've already done it, right? Because we don't want to allow somebody else to step into our world and crumble our dream. Because why would you want to have a situation where you're trying to learn how to become better, learn how to grow as a person, and you're just having someone there just cutting you down and wearing you out and holding you back from achieving the goals that you do want. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys the breakdown of how to achieve your goals in silence and the way to go about it, because I was that type of person, again, that would just share my entire life and being to everybody. I would post on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever, and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds in 1 month, and I'm going to make a business tomorrow and market it, and then I would have nothing to show for myself, and I would allow everybody to make fun of me. And now I move things in silence. Now I'm achieving my goals in silence, in solidarity. I am moving in ways that I've never been before, and even if those obstacles do come, no one else is watching it but myself, because I'm not allowing anybody else to come into my energy. I'm making the energy happen for myself. So how do you move in silence? Before we get to it, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, my name is Geraldi, and I make videos all about goal setting and productivity. So if that's the type of content you love to consume, then please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Geraldi Silva. Let's get forward to the number one thing about moving in silence. You have to get your game plan ready. Get your game plan ready. What does this mean? So I spoke about this in my video yesterday, but I'm going to go into a little bit more details in this video today. So getting your game plan means, like, there's a couple things that in your plan you need to have in order to be successful. So the number one thing that you need to have in your plan is obviously, number one, a goal. And you may think, what the heck, Geraldi, why is this number one? You'd be surprised at how many people just don't have common sense. Okay, I'm adding it because we need to have a goal. We need to have a place to be. We need to have a point to get to. Anywhere, almost in anything, any company, any business, any therapy sessions, everybody has a goal. You need to have a goal, because this is how you're going to track your progress. This is how you're going to know when you have actually made it. This is where you know, like, okay, this is what we're working towards. You have to have a goal. So start with that. Start with your mind. What is it that you're trying to achieve? I'll give you an example. My goal for this month is to become monetized. So my number one top priority is I am going to become monetized this month. So that is my number one goal. What is your number one goal? What are you going to be working towards these next few months? Because it's not just weeks, it's not just days. We're working on this for months. We're moving in silence and we're working on this continuously for months. So number 2, to have a great successful game plan, you on the daily basis, what will you be doing to make progress? To give you an example, for me to make progress towards becoming monetized on YouTube, my daily progress is filming videos. My daily process is scripting my videos and writing things down so I have a formula to follow. This is my daily progress. This is my daily action that's going to create my progress. So if you have a goal, what progress do you need to make on the daily? Because we're working on this every single day. There's not going to be a day that goes by where you're not working towards it. For example, if you're working towards saving money, that means on the daily you are taking lunch to work and not eating out. On the daily you are setting money aside and keeping within your budget spending. On a daily, what are you doing on a daily that's going to allow you to get to where you want to be? And again, moving in silence. You're not shouting out to the rooftops and posting it on Instagram being like, oh yeah, I'm taking my lunch again today, I'm taking my lunch again today. I mean, there's a place and time to do this, and it's not to the world, it's to your close knit people, but we will get to that. So yes, you need to have a daily progress plan. Number 3, in your game plan, you need to have, it must consist of what you will do if you aren't able to show up for yourself. So for example, for me, if me making progress means that I need to film and upload a video, what will happen? What do I need to do if that's not possible? What if I have just a tight-knit schedule and I don't have the chance to film? I don't have 30 minutes to sit down and film a video. What can I do instead to still make progress? Well, I can either make sure that if I know a day is coming by where I cannot film, I cannot sit down and film, I will need to figure out how to make time earlier in the week so I can film twice, taking an hour of my day to film twice so that I'm able to upload a video on the day that I can't. Or if I just all of a sudden just cannot film a video, maybe it's me presenting myself on the community post and writing a post and still indulging into my audience, even if it's not creating monetization, but I'm still presenting myself to my audience and making sure that I'm still here for you guys. So how can you show up for yourself when there's days that you can't? How can you still make progress when there's days that you can't? For example, if you're trying to lose weight, maybe there's a day that you just can't go to the gym. If you can't make it to the gym, maybe you could go for a 30-minute walk, or you just strictly focus on your calories that day and making sure that you're eating within your calorie deficit. There's always something that we can do to still make progress, even if it's not exactly what we thought it was going to be, not even if it wasn't what we had planned out. These are called our rainy day schedules. If our regular scheduling is not happening, what can we do instead on our rainy day schedule that is still allowing us to have the routine and the progress towards the day without it getting ruined, right? Where we're still progressing through the day and we don't just call it quits. This idea, because I take it from like a school schedule, like when we had rainy day schedules, instead of just canceling recess altogether, we get to play like heads up, what is it called, 7-Up? Heads up 7-Up during class, where you like lay down on your table and like you put a thumbs up and you try to figure out who put your thumb down. Or we play 4 corners or whatever. You know, we still got to play, even though it wasn't exactly, you know, playing outside, we still got to play in the classroom. So this is why I say a rainy day schedule, because that doesn't, because it rained, it didn't mean that we got to go home. It still meant that we still finished off the school day, but just in a different way, and we still progressed through the day. We still finished up our day. That's what we want to think about too with our goals. Just because we don't get to have our perfect every single day bell schedule, it does not mean that a rainy day schedule means that we're just gonna throw in the towel and be like, oh, everything got ruined. No, we're still doing some sort of version of our goal and making progress. So number 4, your game plan needs to have the ability for you to track your progress. This is how you're going to stay within the game. The progress is where you're going to see, wow, I am this plan is actually working. This plan is actually making me results. I'm actually getting to where I want to be because of the actions and the input that I am placing into this universe. My cause is creating an effect, right? How are you going to keep progress? For me, I keep progress on the daily by checking my YouTube studio. Every day I'm uploading, every single day I'm checking my views. I'm checking my stats. I'm checking to see if this video is you guys are enjoying it. If I'm getting a lot of views, then I'll know this is a topic that I need to talk about more. If this is something that's resonating with you guys and you guys are commenting, I know this is a good video. Or if I'm getting negative comments, then I know there's something I need to change. I'm checking on my progress on the daily, and I'm receiving feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and making sure that I am tailoring it to fit my brand, to fit my audience, and to fit the needs of what my audience wants. That is how you get your game plan ready. If you need to write all this down, write it down and create your game plan, because it'll be a game changer. So the number 2 thing to achieve your goals in silence is the less presence of others and more of the presence of yourself. What does this mean? So moving in silence means, again, you're not showing up to events, to parties, to activities as often as you would like. You're not presenting yourself in the presence of others. You're not giving away your energy. You're not giving away your time. You're not giving away more of yourself than you need to. Because if you're moving in silence, that means that you're pouring all of that into yourself instead. You're pouring all of that energy into yourself. You're pouring all that time back into yourself, and you're taking the time to craft the life that you truly want. And this is a craft. This is a portion of your life where you're going to feel your absolute best because you're saying no to events and you're saying yes to yourself. You're saying, yes, I'm gonna go invest my time at the gym to have the body of my dreams. Yes, I'm going to invest more time in creating more content so that I can have a business and live off of myself and live a more slower, more quality lifestyle. And you're crafting the life that you really, really want. And it's so much more powerful to be able to have all this time to be utilized for yourself when you know those boundaries, when you know how to say no to others. So less in the presence of other people, because if you're moving in silence, but if you want to move in silence but you're constantly showing up to events and to activities and to parties, then you're not moving in silence. In fact, you're the opposite. You're showing up more often than you need to. You're not silent at all, because you want to pull back as much as possible so that when you do reappear, you're a much more glowed up, leveled up, better version of yourself than when you had originally left. And then that's when people will see the change in you. That's when people will be like, wow, what the heck happened to you? How did you manage to get all of this? And you're gonna be like, well, I pulled back. I said no more often, and I invested more in the time in myself. And then they're gonna be impressed by you. And that is how you just ghost people. You ghost everything and everyone, and you focus on yourself, and you take care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. You focus on yourself and you invest all that time into yourself. So less of the presence of other people. You need to present yourself less in the presence of others and more in yourself. You need to focus more on yourself and focus on building the life that you want. Build. Right before we get to the last thing, I did want to announce that I do have an accountability group called the Committed Collective. This group is amazing for those of you who really need the accountability of, I need to show up for myself and I have commitment issues with my goals. This group is amazing for you because I and others keep you accountable in staying committed and staying focused and keep going. This group is free for anybody to join. It's over on Facebook. The link will be down below. Again, it's called the Committed Collective. I enjoy it so much. And I'm hoping by the time I get to 50 subscribers or 50 members over on the collective that I'll start going live on there, or just to get to know you guys a little bit better. So please go join. We have about 30 members right now, and I'm so happy about everybody who has signed up. But yes, it's over on Facebook. Again, it's called the Committed Collective. And then I also did want to say I do have a emailing list. If you sign up on my website, you will receive a free goal setting mind map, where this is getting your game plan ready. This is a free resource to get your game plan. It has all those prompts that I had originally said in the beginning of this video, of the things that you need in order to have a great game plan so that you can target whatever goal that you want and move in silence. So that will be on my website, geraldesilva.com. The link will be also in the description below, so you can sign up. It's free. Again, to receive this, all you have to do is just type in your email, and then I will be emailing you once a week. So don't you worry, I'm not going to spam you, but I will be emailing you once a week, just getting to know you guys a little bit better and just sharing more of my journey, getting to know of your journey, and just giving you guys more tips and motivation to keep going. So let's get down to business. The last portion of this video is you need to understand that the support system is yourself. When you're moving in silence, when you're moving presenting less of yourself, this means you're not talking out loud about your goals, and you're not talking out loud about the challenges or obstacles that you are going through. You're doing this all silently, which means that the only support system that you may have is only going to be yourself, or the collective group if you want it to be. You're not voicing it out loud to everybody around your circle. You're not telling it to friends, family members. You're not telling to your followers on Instagram or your friends on Facebook. You're not sharing your obstacles and your challenges. You're moving in silence. So again, this means you're going to be the only one that's going to be telling yourself to get right back up, to get up when you fall, to wake up early in the morning, to keep yourself going and disciplined and being committed. It's so difficult to be your own support system, but when I tell you, at the end of it, it's so rewarding once you start to see the progress happening. You're like, oh my god, I did this myself. Oh my god, like, look at me, I'm freaking amazing, I'm awesome. And you have no one else to thank but yourself. And who doesn't freaking want that? Who doesn't freaking want to feel good about themselves? I know I do. I want to feel amazing about myself, but you can only make that happen when you move in silence, when you ghost everybody around you and you're like, I'm done with everybody, I'm gonna focus on myself, and I'm just gonna become a more leveled up, more knowledgeable person, and I'm gonna go create the life that I truly want, because there's nothing else for me here. When you realize that everything else is unimportant other than the things that you really want and you really need, then that is when you can hyper focus on your goals, and you can really make a lot of changes in your life, and your eyes can start to open up, your mind starts to open up, you gain more perspective, you gain more mindset, and you just become just a different version of yourself. And it's so amazing and so powerful to see when you realize how to rely on yourself instead of having to need to rely and need validation from somebody else. You start to become your own support system. You start to become this thing that you've always envisioned, a more powerful, successful successful person. So I encourage you to move in silence and to create that support system to yourself by saying affirmations to yourself, by saying that you deserve things, by showing yourself that you deserve things, by actually showing up and keeping that promise and keeping that commitment to yourself. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I need to upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at @GeraldeSilva. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.